Hey guys, this is Mash the Stampede again. I want to do a really quick video here, opening up and checking out the contents of what's in the box for the Sony FX3. Backstory for me is that after using the A6300 for about 10 years almost, I've been in the market for another camera. There are three specific reasons why I bought this one: because it's full frame, because it has an internal fan, and there's no video limit on how long you could run, so it doesn't shut off after 30 minutes. There's a lot of other features about this camera. This won't be a features video. I just wanted to show off what's in the box. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, and here we have this box. Guess what? You can't fit it into this shot. This is a much bigger box than I thought. It's definitely bigger than my A6300. Right on the front, it just says Cinema Line. See over here it says the Cinema Line FX3, Sony on the front, the Alpha logo. Unlike the A6300, I believe this one actually comes with a couple of extra things. So in typical Sony fashion, they have some interesting design for the way the box is laid out. We have all the paperwork stuff. We get a USB-A to USB-C cable, very standard. And I gotta move this box around so you guys can see the inside. Okay. So this, I believe, would be the rig, the handle, whatever you want to call it. I see a couple of other compartments. It might take some time before I really get settled to be able to confidently use this for our videos. But regardless, I am stoked to finally have this. I'm just going to take everything and put it to the side. We have another cable there. And finally, of course, we got to have the camera itself. I'm just going to pull that out. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to just take everything out of this box because the box is so massive. Okay, so Sony always has such weird boxes. There was still this one thing. I believe this would be the battery. Again, Sony FX3 camera. This is a Cinema Line. This is one of their Cinema Line cameras. I believe it's still in the family of the camera that I had, the 6300. But yeah, as you could see, much bigger battery. This is going to be the NPFZ 100. So it's nice to get one. I hope it's fully charged, but sometimes they're not. Regardless, I'm not really going to be able to use the camera just yet. Like I said, I got some paperwork. We're not going to show off that. We have a power adapter, which makes me believe that they ended up giving us a charger for the battery and also USB-C. That's kind of interesting because typically with the cameras, you don't get them. With my old camera, I did not get a battery charger. I just got the one battery that it came with. Just take a look at what's in here. Oh, I don't need to do that. Just gonna take a look at this next. This I believe will be, yep, this will be the battery charger. So like I said, with the A6300, you had the battery that came with it, but the only thing that you got was a single cable, and that single cable you would charge it through the camera. So if you wanted anything like this, you would basically have to buy it on your own, which was kind of obnoxious. But that was like a more entry level camera, entry level enthusiast camera. So I guess it's kind of understandable. With this one, just for the price point, they kind of have to give you something a little bit extra. It's very nice to get this. As we could see, that's where the AC power goes in. And next we have this kit handle. I don't fully understand how this works right this second. I am fairly new to this camera. I did a bunch of research on it. Let me just zoom out a little bit. I did a bunch of research on this camera, but yeah, basically you get this kit that comes with it. I believe this is the hot shoe point where you would put this on top of your camera. So you would have your camera and then this sits on top of it. I guess you would have two additional things you could plug in over here. But we'll see this in a second when I get to the actual camera itself. This camera is designed for cinema grade, Netflix grade videography. This is not really as much of a photography camera as it is a videography camera. So they've given you a lot of different options that make it much better to film, which obviously for our YouTube channel, Two Stupid Gamers, plus my individual efforts as well on Mash the Stampede, we definitely want a camera that's going to be more in line with filming than necessarily with photography. It looks like it's going to be audio based, just kind of looking at these different inputs. I see what I would believe would be XLR points. I'm not gonna mess around with this too much right this second because for the time being, yeah, I'm gonna there's gonna be a break-in point like with any camera, so it'll be a while before I get to use this. But yeah, you get this with the camera, and I can't wait to figure it out a little bit more to get to use it. But here we are at the final point. The last thing that you get besides the paperwork, you have the actual camera itself, and I can't wait to take a look at this. And there it is. Oh man. Let me just go ahead and zoom in. Like I said, and we see it on the very front, they're advertising it already. This is a full frame camera. So this was one of the primary reasons that we got this. The only cameras that we have are cropped sensor. So as this is a full frame sensor, that's going to just help out because whenever you put a lens on it, it's not a cropped image. It's the whole image that you're getting into the camera, more or less. So that's going to help us. This will basically be the A camera from now on, and you guys will definitely see a huge uptick in quality for the videos on the Two Stupid Gamers channel. But let's take a closer look at this camera for a little bit. I believe this is a record button on the front, or it might even be customizable because it says 6. Obviously, this is a base cap, lens cap, lens cover, base cover, I mean, just so that you're aware when you get this, you don't have a lens. Now, that's fine for me because over the 10 years that I've had the other camera, I've accrued a couple of different lenses. So I could just go ahead and pop this in. Everything I have is E mount. So all I really need to do is take this base cover off, put on my lens right here, and I'm good to go on this one. I kind of wish that it came with a kit lens, but yeah, I think the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start thinking about what's gonna be a perfect lens for this camera for our needs. But for the time being, I'm covered because we already have those. So shutter button, uh, zoom in, zoom out. Now, what you'll immediately notice about this camera, it's got an interesting base to it. It's actually like multi-toned. Some of it is black, some of it is like a nice gray finish to it. But there are also multiple input points for screws. And here's another one. Let me take a look. There's obviously the main one on the bottom, and there's also one on this side. There's none on the back. But basically, with this camera, it's designed to put it in a housing, and these points are going to end up being used so that you can put additional modules on it, just like we had with this guy over here. Videographers with this camera are encouraged to add additional lights, additional microphones, whatever you want. You're going to have a really cool, accessible camera because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 total points that you can put onto this camera. So I'm looking forward to making use of that. Obviously, we have a crap ton of buttons on the front. We have our little hot shoe. You just slide this out, and then you can put in stuff. But yeah. Then on the back, I mean, we have a whole array of functions over here. But what I really like is that for the first time in my life, and this would be so helpful in the last 10 years, but I have a camera with a flip LCD screen. So we can actually use this in reverse mode where the camera is facing us, but we have the little screen as well. So if we're out and about, maybe I don't have my portable monitor or something like that, it's just nice to have it. The A6300, you can't do it this way, and sometimes it meant that if I'm using it to film, I would have to be behind it or set something up. But yeah, very cool about that. I don't know if it's touch screen. I actually don't think so. But yeah, still really nice that it flips in that orientation. What's also really cool about this, I'll just show the battery dock real quick. That's where the battery goes. On the A6300, you would have the battery, and then the memory card is in that is in that same bay. They're just side by side. I also don't know if that would contribute to some overheating issues, but on this camera, they've designed it a little bit different. So here we have one HDMI port. And on this, if you turn it over onto this side, you open this. Oh, that's satisfying. You have 2 memory card slots. So basically what they've advertised is that each of these can take 2 different types. So you can have two side-by-side memory sticks, and you can use 2 different types of memory cards, which is great. It's actually very versatile. Show you guys real quick. I have this is what we've typically been using for the A6300. I believe that this will work in these slots. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe sleeves. Now let me check. It definitely fits. Yep. There you go. Okay, cool. I like that because while I don't have the battery that already came with it, all of my A6300 batteries will not work for this camera. It's nice to know that my memory sticks will still work. Plus, I have a couple of extra of these, so just being able to put two in at the same time is going to be awesome. And you're going to want that because this camera is primarily going to record some really big footage files, especially if you're using 4K. All right, so as you can see here, this is everything that you get inside, in addition to the paperwork that came with it. But yeah, not a lot of stuff, but that's understandable because you're getting a really big piece of technology here. This camera is pretty big. It's certainly bigger and bulkier than the 6300. We have the battery charger, wires for the battery and the battery charger, and of course the handle. So yeah, this is everything that we've got. Like I said, I already have some lenses for it, so the fact that it didn't come with a lens is not the end of the world for me. I would be able to use this on it because they are both E-mount lenses. But yeah, this is everything that you get. It's gonna take me a little bit of time to get used to this camera. I don't know if I'm gonna have a chance to review this camera, but if I do, it definitely wouldn't be anytime soon. So for now, I just want to show you guys what's inside. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out our YouTube channel. Match the Stampede. You also check out Two Stupid Gamers. That's where you're gonna see a lot of use of this camera. So until next time, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.